Resthaven Memorial Park, a dignity memorial provider, is offering families a way to celebrate and remember their loved one with a cremation memorialization. Joining us here in studio is Will Ober to tell us about it. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
What exactly is a cremation memorialization?
Yeah, so cremation memorialization is the concept of celebrating and remembering someone's life even if they've chosen cremation as opposed to traditional burial.
And what should people keep in mind if they want to plan this kind of event?
So cremation, as we've seen, has become increasingly more popular, and what we've noticed is that a lot of people, or the majority of folks who choose cremation, don't really know what their options are. You know, it doesn't have to stop at, when I pass, you pick me up, cremation takes place,
Right.
take me home, throw me into the cupboard kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can still have those very meaningful, personal, and carefully thought out professional services, just as you would for a traditional burial.
Is it possible to do a pre-planning of something like this just in the same way that you would plan one of those traditional burials?
It is, absolutely. In fact, it's something that's really encouraged. You know, one of the biggest things and biggest gifts that you can give to your family is taking that initiative and making those decisions for yourself, as opposed to them having to make those really difficult decisions on your behalf on one of the worst days that they'll ever experience.
And I think people sometimes don't do it because it's such a daunting idea.
Correct.
But I mean, it could save the family a lot of sorrow on that particular day. If you're going to do something like that, what do you need to bring with you? Or what is that like, and to anticipate how long that takes?
Well, it's not as daunting as a lot of people think.
I think you all make it pretty easy.
We do. We try, and it's much easier to have the conversation now as opposed to on one of those difficult days with your loved ones. And they don't really need to bring anything, just an open mind, you know, and the desire to take those steps to protect your loved ones.
Absolutely. Are there popular routes that people are taking when it comes to these memorializations that you're seeing more and more?
There are. What's beautiful about it is there's no right way or wrong way to celebrate a life. So it's really just up to you and what your personal preferences are.
And what added things can you add to that memorial service?
Really just about anything. Flowers, music. It doesn't have to be at the funeral home, doesn't have to be at church. You know, it could go to a park, or we could look at an event space. And there's a lot of things that you could do in the cemetery as well.
That changes the whole feel of it when you can do it wherever you want to. But thank you for coming in and telling us more. To get started, just head to dignitymemorial.com/details.